What's up and welcome back to Naptime Builder, y'all. We've been working on this 72 F100, trying to get this thing ready for bumps and dents on the mountain. Y'all come along, watch the progress, see if we can make it.
What's up, y'all? Look, this daggone Ford's been whooping my butt. But look, I'm gonna have to take a minute. Look, I got some new shocks for the Dodge. If y'all been riding with me for a little while, y'all know that I put them air shocks on the back of the Dodge. Yes, it has helped. I have not scrubbed a bit, but them air shocks are not made for comfort. Okay, it must made for towing or something. Is that I live on the back roads, dude, and I hit a button. I feel like you don't stop, your body don't stop shaking until you hit the next pothole. I mean, it's rough. So I got some new, what are they? Beltec Street Performance shocks for the rear of it. I'm gonna try to go out here and throw these on as quick as I can. I gotta get to the parts store. I told y'all I spent $750,000. It was more like $600 at the parts store yesterday. Most of my stuff has come in, like the water pump, wheel cylinders, my other radiator hose. There may or may not have been something else. But my brake master cylinder and booster will not be here until like today, what day? Saturday. It won't be here till like Tuesday, I think. I think it's right. But I'm gonna try to throw these on because we're taking the truck. That way I can see the difference in the ride on the way there. Plus your boy's fat and I like ice cream. I think I'm gonna ride by some Sonic while I'm down there because she's close. And they ain't, I gotta give Sonic Blast feel. Sounds good to me even though I don't need it. My waistline's growing faster than the economy is. I mean faster than the daggum taxes and everything. Oh my goodness, it's terrible. It's terrible. But let's go throw these on and see if we can go get them parts. Oh yeah. I gotta go backwards a little bit on the Ford. I believe I made a big boo-boo. We'll have to check into that after I get back though. It's terrible.
All right, old air shocks is off. Oh, new shocks is on. You can't see it nowhere, it's on the back side. And also, look, just in case I get ready to take them off again, the socket's already on there. That's hard to beat, ain't it? You know, I'm just staying prepared. No, for real though, whatever. I'm trying to get it off. She just keeps a sticking on me. But let's let this thing down. See how she looks. Wind's gonna start blowing on me now. What was that? Oh, that might have been that socket. Did it come off? Did it come off? No, it didn't. No, it didn't. Dang it. Is it all the way? That's all the way. Does she got any bounce to her now? Not really. Not really. Well, you know, maybe we're just gonna ride rough for the rest of our life or something. I don't know. That's a little disheartening. I was hoping she had a little bounce left in her. But that's about all I can do for that anyways. Man, that sucks. Cause this thing rides rough. Alright, anyways, let's pick up my junk. Head to town. Pick up them parts. I ain't gonna have time to work on crap today. Other than this. Yeah, well, here I am sitting at Sonic getting my fat boy on. But just picked up all the parts for my Riley's. I mean, filling up the floorboard, half of the seat. They even gave me a cart to push them out. I ain't never had no cart given to me to push the parts out of the truck. But I got everything come in except for the brake booster itself. I've got the master cylinder, all 4 wheel cylinders. water pump. I went ahead and picked up a couple cans of brake clean. Oh, and the other radiator hose also. The shocks that I replaced, the air shocks with the other shocks a while ago, I think I'm just gonna have to be okay with my truck riding rough as crap in the back with this flip kit and everything. If y'all know of some good shocks that'll actually help me out, I'd appreciate it. You know, some that don't cost $200 for a pair, and then, you know, basically do nothing. I'm riding around like a steel wagon right now. It's rough. All right, y'all. So yesterday, I spent way too much time. You know, I messed up and said, I don't know. Look, apparently I wasn't in my right mind the other day when I said I thought that I put the daggum flex plate on before the spacer plate. I don't know what I was thinking, okay? But obviously that didn't happen. But I didn't have it meeting up as well as it should have been. Like the torque converter was, I don't know, I might not have had it pushed in all the way after the fact of actually getting it up in the truck. But yesterday I took care of all that. It took me a while, but I took care of all that. So that's good. Now, here we are. Separating the booster and the master cylinder. I need to take this off. Probably just have to, honestly, it'd probably be best just cutting that line because the mugs, I just don't see them being worth the crap, really. But I also need to get this booster off because I need to take that booster back for the core charge. That's $30, you know? I mean, you know, you gotta get them core chargers. Man's already broke. And I got one of the nuts off the back of the booster here, but the rest of it is just rough. I might have to throw some heat to it. I got that bottom one off right here. These rest of them's just, they're terrible. So I'm gonna throw a little heat to them. Also, I need to clean up this front right here. That way we can throw our water pump on. After we throw the water pump on, we can throw our alternator brackets on. Maybe set the alternator on there. Stuff like that. You know, water pump pulley. Hopefully we can get this off, do all that, and see where else we can go. Also, the hole in the spacer plate where the starter goes in, it's not, I can get the bolts in the holes, but that circle there, my starter's not able to sit all the way in like it's supposed to. It needs just a tad bit of it reamed out. And so I'm gonna find my little carbide bit from a drill and try to go around it just a little bit, just enough to get her to slide the rest of the way in there. Then we can bolt that up as well. There's a lot of things to do. We're just hoping we can get some of it done. Because I would still like to try to shorten that frame in the bed, you know what I'm saying, at some point. But I just don't know if time is going to be on my side, because I'm already going to have a hard time with the drive shaft. It'd be easier for me to come up with a drive shaft short bed though. I got one over there that's going to be for the 55 that I know slides up in the transmission there. I'm thinking if I shortened it, that drive shaft would be the right length. But I don't know for sure. So guess just let's see what we can get going here. Wind's blowing, so I'm a little afraid to put my phone on the tripod for cause you get blown over, and you know I ain't trying to buy a $1,000 phone right now. So, all right, just a little update. We got our water pump on, got our pulley on, some new bolts. I put the new bolts in the water pump as well. You know, stolen from the 55, I guess you would say. Alternator is hung. Partially, I got to get the lower bracket on. I can't remember exactly where it, you know, where it bolts to. But through the hose is on. Also, the coil bracket. And time for ordering stuff. I believe my radiator and electric fan setup is supposed to be in today. If so, that would be nice. Carburetor. Your guess is as good as mine. You know. My shifter for the C4 transmission, you know, your guess is as good as mine. If we don't make it to the show, it might end up being a waiting on parts problem. I can say that right now, but if I start cutting this thing apart and then we don't make it, then it's probably a me problem. So, you know. Oh, we may leave her long bed. I've seen some good looking lowered down long beds now. I mean, and plus it ain't, I'm gonna leave it painted. She can be a shop truck. We might have to put nap time builder on the door or something, or down the side of it. You know, to put it on with a brush, you know. Go old school with it. If it wasn't brand new tires, I'd say we'd change the wheels for some of them 20-inch Steelies, but you know, this will be fine for now. I mean, she ain't even running, so it'll have to be fine for now, right? So, let's see if I can get this booster off here, throw some heat on this thing. Alright, the wind's starting to pick up, but I finally got that sucker off there. I heated the nuts up and everything, but it didn't do no good. I ended up having to cut a couple of them with the angle grinder. But when they rebuild it, they can put some new bolts in anyway, so. I guess now they got a little room, I could get rid of them 2 levers now, or at the very least take them clips off there and get the rods off there. Other than that, I just called. New brake booster's supposed to be here at 5, or supposed to be at the store at 5. But I got to work and go in early for a safety meeting, so, and no, I'm not the cause of the safety meeting. It's a normal thing. But hoping my wife can pick it up on her way home from the soccer fields. If not, I'll get it tomorrow. But as you can see, there's less on the concrete here. Daddy walked over while I was getting the master cylinder off and helped me set the front end on. I got a few bolts in to hold it there, but they're not all tightened down just at the moment. But I set her in. Went ahead and plugged up a few wires over here. There's a couple connections over here that need to be remade. And put a new starter. I need to put a new starter solenoid. And we'll go ahead and change out that voltage regulator as well. And probably grab some more, you know, battery cables, because that, And this hot, oh my goodness, that's rougher than I thought it was. We'll take the actual bracket, the box itself off, and we might, just bolt up or self-tap in some license plates or something. Just whatever will hold a battery. But that's it for the day. I got stuff to clean up a little bit and head to work. These parts is expensive, even when you're working on old clapped out looking junk, okay? I'm just kidding. She's beautiful. She's beautiful. Beautiful. We'll catch y'all tomorrow. Alright, y'all, what's going on? This is like, I don't know, I got up at 4. It's almost 5 now. Your boy had to eat some Frosted Flakes to get my day started. But as you can tell, we in the shop. She's dark outside now. But, alright, so yesterday, I've had a rough last 2 or 3 days, okay? I took yesterday off. I didn't do nothing yesterday. And, kind of mad at myself for it, but any of y'all that's got gout, I feel like you might understand a little bit. I got gout in my hands so bad. In the last 2 or 3 days, it has just been swollen up and crazy hurting. Like, I can't even use it. I can't grab or anything. So, but day before yesterday, I also had the gout. It got a little worse yesterday, so I took yesterday off. But day before yesterday, I did not film. After a few days of hurting with the gout, it'll change your attitude a little bit. I wasn't the happiest person. My fuse was a little shorter, so I didn't do any filming. But let me show you what we got done. We moved that 55. She's dusty. I hate even looking at her in this state. She's dusty as all get out. But it rained the day before when I actually started working on her. So moved the 55 out of the way and got her pushed up in here. But I got a few things done, on my own. It's hard enough to work holding the camera half the time or setting up a camera right before doing something. It's even harder when you're one-handed already. Look at that. See all that swelling? And that, see, I feel the pain just moving it that far. See all that swelling up in that hand? You can't even see my knuckles. I mean, I'm fat, but I ain't that fat. You can usually see my knuckles, okay? But here's what we got done day before yesterday. Went ahead and threw in a new starter solenoid. Connected back a few more wires. I still need to go get some more battery cables. I got the new booster master cylinder installed. I was able to actually break loose those brake lines and get them reconnected, so we're gonna try them anyways. I can't remember exactly the last thing I showed you on the engine itself, but I did get the carburetor came in, so I did get it on, and got a new radiator came in. Got her installed. Ain't she pretty? And let's see, was there anything else? I do have a new voltage regulator right here. That'll replace that one. Trying to see, is there anything else? We'll have to do the wiring and everything for our fans at some point. Also, this right here come in after we'd left yesterday. Oh, that hurts. I can't do that. Let me grab that with my good hand, okay? Well, come to find out, I can't use that big old air cleaner on there with that distributor unless I have that distributor just, I don't know, even if it was clocked differently, I don't believe she'd fit. See there? So, I'll have to go with a smaller one. That's fine, I'll use that on something else. All right, so we just put that bag up on the shelf, so we'll use that later. But did just throw the new voltage regulator in, and might as well go ahead and remove what's left of this battery tray here because obviously that is in some terrible shape. So, and I don't know if we'll do it this morning, but we're probably just gonna rig up some kind of plate over here with some license plates or something and some self-tappers. You know, I mean, I don't know. That's probably what we're gonna do though. I might get a little hate for it. I mean, I got some license plates and stuff on the walls. We got enough we can figure something out, surely. Well, that's what's left of the battery holder. As soon as I took them bolts off and moved it just a little bit, like it completely broke in half. And this is what we're left with. Lovely, lovely. So thinking about taking a license plate. I got one right here. You see this? Well, there's still a gap if you just slide it up to that. So I'm thinking about taking one of them and bending a long ways in here so it can come up here. And tap into that and tap into here. And then we'll have another one over here to cover up the rest of the hole. And then we can, I don't know, we might bend a couple license plates up and make us a new box to go on top of that. See, extra. See, we're all about going. Sorry, I about dropped you. I totally about dropped you. Sorry, but you know, we're all about going like over the top over here. So we're gonna cover the hole, fix the hole, and then possibly build us a box too. So, that's above and beyond. That's what we're about over here at That Time Builder. So let's see what we can do, I guess. Look, y'all. I know you're probably gonna be, but try not to be jealous, okay? You could do this too. It's beautiful. We fixed it. Maybe it'll be okay. Just look at it. I got my couple plates down here. Got that one bent, going up the side a little bit to help secure that too. And then I took two and bent them a little bit to create a box. Now we'll just have some kind of apparatus to hold her down. And it should be good. You don't see no big old hole there no more, do you? Now there might be 375 self-tappers up in here, but it'll be all right. Boy, it looks terrible. Okay. Someday, we'll weld a plate in there to try to patch that up. That right there's temporary, I promise. Because it kind of bothers me deep down too. It'll be okay for now, okay? Be okay for now. So, what else can I do that won't wake the whole daggum holler up? Y'all, that's bad when picking up a starter solenoid. Y'all know how light these are. Picking up a starter solenoid like this right here hurts your hand. That's terrible. But I'm trying not to be a baby, but you know, if you've ever had gout, you know. Cables. I wonder if I have anything that I could use for cables, battery cables. Probably not that long. Let's see. It really hurts my feelings that my daggum air cleaner is too big. It really hurts my feelings. Okay, yeah, I need to. Golly, that's gonna suck too. But all right, y'all. I talked about leaving her alone bed. You can hear the roosters already. It ain't even sun. Sun ain't even coming. Sun ain't even thinking about coming up, and y'all mugs out there crowing. But that's ridiculous. But I talked about leaving it a long bed, and I don't hate it as a long bed. I'm gonna keep this truck patinaed or whatever, you know. It's cool, but the drive shaft situation kind of bothers me a little bit. I'm not gonna have time, I don't feel like. Like, I still got to drill holes in transmission cross member and throw a couple bolts in there because it's in a little bit different spot, because this transmission does not come to the exact same point as the 3 on the tree did. So I just drill two holes, throw a bolt nut in there. That's fine. That's secured, you know. But that transmission does not come to the same point. So it ain't like I can use the original drive shaft. Plus, it was a 2-piece drive shaft. So, excuse me. But I'm seriously debating on chopping this thing down. I've got a drive shaft over here I know fits up in the C4. But if it would fit this, if it would bolt in and work with this thing being shortened, then that's just another push for me to shorten it. I think the truck would look good shortened and eventually lowered down and kept patinaed and throw like some, what is it, Pappy's patina, or there's a bunch of them. One thing I do hate is was wanting to get rid of the trim down the side, but all that's rivets and that'll just be freaking holes everywhere, dude. But I don't know. It's got all the cab forward trim. I don't know. And plus, I mean, it'd be even less welding for me because this whole floor in this thing is trashed. And I'll probably eventually just do like a wood floor in it, because I ain't buying one of them expensive daggum floors for these beds. It just ain't happening. Ain't happening. Also, another thing. So, that goes along with the drive shaft conversation. Okay. Another thing is exhaust. It's got them shorty headers. All the exhaust in this thing was completely trashed, so I had to chop it all off. I'm wondering if I can cut a little bit of the original pipes that came off the manifolds, that bolted to the manifolds. If I can cut off a little piece to at least bring the pipes down to make it easier to go from there back with some exhaust. So, very simple exhaust is all I want. Straight back, throw a MagnaFlow on it or something and dump it. I don't want them sticking out the daggum ends. I don't want them coming out the side. I don't even like seeing the tailpipes. Okay? Just dump that mug right over the rear end and should be fine. I will be getting rid of that daggum wheel trim though, so how easy does that stuff come off? Because it's all beat up anyways. All right, looks like it's Phillips heads. I'm sure 95% of them will not come out how they're supposed to, but we're gonna see. So let's get you a before picture. All right, and here she is without the wheel trim. Most of it, of the 3, had at least some dings and rips around it. I take a hammer and dolly around through here and straighten them up just a little bit. Most of these is all dinged up or ripped in some form. In that front corner over on the passenger side, it was only half of it was on there anyways. Thing that needs cleaned up. One corner over there had a little bit of rust up under it, like some surface rust under it. I think it was this back here. Yeah, see right there. That's the reason I don't like all the trim. And plus, you know, it looks kind of grandpa-ish. I'm getting old, but I ain't a grandpa yet. I mean, so, you know. I do hate that if I take all this right here off, it's probably just going to leave a bunch of daggum holes, but I don't like it. I'd rather not have it. What to do? What to do? This trim down here's trying to come off. It's all bent up. I wouldn't mind keeping the bottom trim, but if we cut it to bed, then that piece ain't gonna work anyway. So